Today we are here for a very interesting conversation. So generally when we discuss about huge contributors to the Indian economy, people in general they think big industries, huge startups, massive revenue coming in. But the real backbone behind India's current success is actually the Indian small and medium businesses, the SMEs as we call it. And today, when we stand at this critical juncture where India is posed towards a 5 trillion economy, we are looking towards that kind of massive growth. And speaking about SMEs, we talk about a very exciting new entrant into this opportunity, which is Fairtek. Fairtek is a brand which is under the purview of a huge homegrown brand called Fair Lighting, and Fair Lighting has an immense reputation of over 2 decades of being one of the largest OEM manufacturers for LV switchgear in India. And Fairtek is its international brand, which has just come out into the market, made an impressive debut at Elecrama, and is taking its first steps towards international expansion with its presence at the Middle East Energy Exhibition in Dubai from 7th to 9th of April. And so, going ahead, we have two amazing guests here with us today, Mr. Ajay Wali
Hi.
and Mr. Gautam Nagpal. Mr. Ajay Wali comes with an amazing 3 decades of experience into the electrical industry. He's also Director International Business at Fairtek and Managing Partner at Shivgan International. And we have a fresh young entrepreneur with an amazing perspective here, Mr. Gautam Nagpal, who is Executive Director at Fairtek. And today I'm here to hear out them what is their perspective on this and how we are moving towards the Middle East energy and what we hope to achieve from it. So, Waliji, starting with you, why do you think this debut at Elecrama for Fairtek was so impressive, and what do you really think about whatever happened over there?
The most important, first of all, very interesting question, and thanks for the introduction part. Elecrama is the largest electrical exhibition in the world. Okay, and being an Indian entity, for us it was very, very important, and this was also our debut entry into the Elecrama. So while we have been doing the OEM for leading players in India, and we are recognized very well, so it was a launching platform for us, and there we are visible. So not only when you go into the exhibition, you're not only offering your products, but our focus was mostly that to tell to the world that we are not only product centristic, but we are creating excellence in the manufacturing. And Elecrama is all about where you have diverse clientele coming around, and influencers, decision makers from the industry, and you have also a great international audience which is coming up. So nothing could have been better. But the major important thing why we received a very good response was our preparation for the exhibition. I think team worked very hard on that, and there was a lot of, like they call it BTS, behind the scenes. So everything was detailed around. So we always say God is in details, right? So the way we worked on our product, the packaging and the communications, it was a very refreshing change from the others, and we were able to communicate and we were able to engage with the clientele in a very, very different manner. So where we came out as a company which is progressive and having a very customer centristic approach. So that is the way, and we informed our stakeholders about our participation. We used a lot of digital communication and everything, and we invited with a very personal and humane touch. So that was the reason, and then we were very responsive. So it created all the success part, and we are very thankful to our guests who came around, and they had a wonderful experience. We are still getting very good feedback from them, and we had a very young team. So best part was that while we were there with the experience, but I tell you, like, experience without the youth exuberance cannot do much. So that was the one thing.
I still remember the day before Elecrama, we were in the office till I think 2 a.m.
Yeah.
when we were still deciding how to do it and discussing strategies, what's the best way to go for it, and how to show people that this is a good Indian brand which is able to compete with every other brand in the world. So we are going into the market with a very different perspective, and with Sir's help, with his experience and everything, I think it'll be great.
Okay. So yeah, that's really interesting because working with Fairtek through this and bang on putting a new brand for launch directly at one of the world's biggest platforms. That's not a small thing.
Yes.
And I believe everyone carried it out really well. So Ajay, one thing I would like to ask you that what's your take on this? Like for young brands like Fairtek to make a mark in the globally competitive market, because this industry globally is very competitive, right? Lesser players but more of competition. How do you think that works? How will Fairtek want to make a mark in this?
See, I would say that what has happened, you have to see all the geopolitical situation as well as what is the status of India, how India is emerging, and you rightly said at the start that the status of SMEs and everything, the whole ecosystem what we do have is quite quite conducive to growth of these type of brands from out of India. Now the challenge for us was there that we didn't want it to get lost in the crowd. Okay, me too brand. Okay, we didn't want it to be that way. So we have to have a personality of a brand which is not only the product but it's the sum total of the experience part. Okay, we do feel that the way we do the business, for example, and the way we have gone about our business in the past also with a strong legacy, we have inherent strength that we can offer to the world a very value for money product, where our approach is that to go to the customer directly, where we as a manufacturer with a lean manufacturing type of setup and with a very flexible type, we can go directly to the customer and we have a definite value proposition for them. So we are able to create customer perceived value advantage. So it's not that we are having a strength, but we have in us to communicate to the customer that we are good. So that is something which we are aiming to communicate. Okay, there were the time like the brands used to take around years to get around into the market and this thing, but I think we are living in a digitalization world around something, and we are in a very fast connected world. And if you are able to communicate it well, what you are, what is your values, because today the business, especially with the products which are I would say it's like more safety products, there is not much of innovation in it, but you have to be very, very consistent, and the safety and the performance is the paramount thing. Therein you have to communicate in a very definite way that we have in us to be with you, can invest with us for a longer period of time. So we are not fly by night operators, we are here to stay, and we have got a long vision. So if we are able to communicate that thing, that we are nice people, we are the right people, right? You can trust us. So then they will connect with us. So it's not only association at the product level or at the price or anything around. It is like whether they are the right people to work around with, and whether the business continuity will also be there. That's very important. Right, Gautam, you would like to add something on that?
So adding to what Waliji is saying, when we talk about quality is a very broad spectrum, and quality always doesn't mean performance. It means after sales services, or let's say maintaining a relationship with the customer. And quality, when I was studying at SP.Gen, one of my professors, he said, how do you measure quality? And quality is always not about giving a good product. It's about having a relationship with the customer, being there for them if they have any doubts, or just be there and be loyal to your commitments. And like Waliji is saying, MCP is a very generic product, and we don't do anything different. It's just that we are there for our customers, and the type of services and the type of product that we are giving. In terms of quality, I would say our performance as compared to our competitors is better, and there's a reason why we're the largest and the best OEM in India, and I'd like to continue that and make Fairtek one of the best brands in the world with Waliji's experience and of course our team.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to add on out here is that principally what we are thinking about is there that we are not very product centric in our business approach. We are more relationship oriented, and we are very open, flexible. If you talk about, we are not big, we are not likes of big MNCs and everything, but that is again our strength, because we are open, we are transparent, we are flexible, we are approachable, and we have a flat organization. So that way the decision making is very, very fast. And this is what the customers are asking for. And we are nimble, and we are open to technology. If you happen to come to our manufacturing facilities, we have the best of the manufacturing facilities, but we use optimal man and machinery. It's not that we will have sexy technology at workplace, okay? Like not the dark factories you talk about,
Yes.
where only the automation,
Only
robotics are there.
automation. Yes.
See, for us, our product is an emotion, right? It captures our concern, care for our customer, and so when we are giving him, so it's like emotion and passion captured around and presented to you, to the client. So it's not only, then we talk about that business can be B2B, B2C, but we want the experience part of the end customer has to be very, very good. And we are very responsible that not only in terms of product, but the whole ecosystem, like environmental, energy efficiency. Then we are also very talking about diversity part. So we have a 50% workforce at women. So we are working on a lot of SDG goals, also being very small, but still we are very, very centristic, because we do aim to have collaborations with some global leading organizations in our power sector. We are already having some talks with some leading companies, and across the world. It's not, again, we are limited to India only or to Middle East, but already we are in touch with Americas, Japan, Korea. So Electrama frankly gave us that type of platform and exposure, where we want to learn also. At the same time, we want to learn also more, because we feel that we have a strong growth mindset. So we are not fixed. So that is our biggest strength. We are very open to ideas.
So honestly, like, that is so refreshing to hear this, and that's why even partnering with Fairtek in any capacity, like as marketing partners, is it's a beautiful experience, because for us also it doesn't feel like you're marketing a manufacturing company or somebody who makes MCBs. I have never really seen these many emotions being packaged into a manufacturing industry. It's amazing. I don't think any number of words can justify that.
Okay.
And just one thing before we close is, I would like to ask, and both of you in your individual capacities, that Fairtek is going to the Middle East Energy Exhibition, which is again another big stone. After Electrama in India, we are going to the Middle East. So if you had one message for all of the people coming to the exhibition, and I know that both of your perspectives are very different and very refreshing, so Gautam and Ajay ji, please, your one line take on this. What would you like your audience to know for Middle East?
So, would you like me?
Anybody? Yes, Ajay ji, you may start.
I tell you, like, we will take divided responsibility.
That's great.
Okay.
Sure.
Because we have a very different role, but complementing roles. I could say that the commitment from my side is that on the relationship side, you will have the best partner in us. And what I expect from Gautam, because he's also heading operations, he's been the executive. On the product sides and the services side, I think that promise comes from his side, that Fairtek will be the ultimate product, which will be a package of safety, performance, and anything what we are looking forward to a good product. So that captures both of us, what way we want to communicate. But yes, Gautam wants to add up something to that. But that's my expectation from him also, because
True.
yes, because I'm the internal customer to him.
Right.
Okay.
So, but I would say, like, since my father started this business and it's almost been 2 decades, he's always thought about, bringing something different to the table, bringing probably a revolution to the industry, and how he can change the perspective of how people see this industry. Because sir, people in India, I would say, they're very quality and cost centric, and sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. So with the customers, my father has always told me to maintain a good relationship where we can give them a personal touch. And continuing on to that, and now, even now that we are trying to do everything automated, we have automated testing at all of our plants, and soon we are also trying to launch everything assembly in automation. And that's what I'm trying to bring to Middle East, and obviously it'd be a surprise to all people. And as we made a good debut in Ilakrama, continuing on to that, I'd probably try to make more noise in Middle East. And
Yes, so just summing up from my side is there that there are our aim is there to go to Middle East and express ourselves,
yes.
right? And also to learn from the market. While my learning is there, but I would always say is that you have to learn to learn. Okay, so experience can be an asset and experience can be a liability, right? So we are very open as a organization to learn new things, and but definitely we are looking forward to collaborations with the new partners who are looking for a partner who's very open and flexible and is able to optimize their operations in the time where the industry is facing a lot of challenges in terms of the cost competitiveness, cutting margins, and because economic conditions are not very favorable. So in the depressed market conditions, the cake size has shrunk. Okay, so with aligning with us, we can feel that pain. So we'll try that the profitable propositions are made, and we grow stronger in the time when the stormy weather is there. So when we are forging a relationship in stormy weathers, I think that relationship goes for a longer period of time. So it's always good to connect in bad times than to win good times.
Yes.
That relationship is
Yes.
more valued.
True.
So that's how we want to go there.
I think the amount of things we got to speak about Fairtek cannot be captured over a single
Yeah.
conversation.
Yes.
And honestly, this is just the beginning of this huge conversation that we have started with Fairtek. This refreshing take on manufacturing, being something more than just producing MCBs, right? So this is the start, but honestly, this is amazing speaking to both of you here today. And thank you, Ajay, thank you, Gautam, for your amazing insights. And people, as Fairtek gears up for its first international presence at the Middle East Energy Exhibition in Dubai, we wish the brand all the best, and I believe everyone should wish the brand all the best for their journey. And I know in my heart that Fairtek will make that impact which is very needed in this industry, and we're looking forward to making some noise, as Gautam said, at Middle East. So thank you both of you,
course.
and let Fairtek wish everyone at Middle East